Right, I think you're going to love this project. I absolutely loved making it, and when I gave it to the wife and watching her reaction and seeing her face when she saw it was just, it was priceless, let me tell you. So what we're going to do today is we're going to etch a image onto a mirror. Now when you etch onto a mirror, it almost gives that 3D effect. And obviously, because what you're doing is all you're doing really is you're burning away the coating on the back of the mirror. So it's clear glass basically, and that's it. So if you put a light behind it, or you put a different color behind it, LEDs, whatever, it just has the most amazing effect. I've actually just put the wife's on. I've painted the back of it white, and I've put it on the wall for her, and she absolutely loves it. So let's crack on. Now I've been searching everywhere for mirrors as something to experiment with and try, because I've never etched onto a mirror or glass before, so this was a great opportunity. I found this mirror in Home Bargains. It was like £1.99, I think, £1.99, very inexpensive. If you do go and get yourself a mirror, make sure you get a couple of spares, because you're going to want, because each manufactured mirror has got a different thickness, I believe, of paint on the back, so you're going to have to test your laser on. You're probably going to have to waste a mirror by just doing test patches and giving it a bit of a try and see what settings you need your laser to be at. We'll go through that in a minute anyway. So what I like about these mirrors is obviously they hang. They're very, very thin. There's no real frame on the mirror, so you haven't got to take anything off. If you're used to laser engraving or cutting, you'll know that you have to set your laser at a certain depth, and if you've got a frame or something that you can't remove, it's going to be a little bit difficult when the laser passes over the edge of it like this. So these are ideal because am I in frame? Yeah, because there's nothing there for your laser to catch onto. So what I did is I just took these little, what are they called? I don't know. These, you get them on key rings. I took these off, took the chain off like so, so it lays completely flat on the bed. Easy. Right, okay, so we've got Lightburn open. This is the 1.700. I know this because it's got this little extra feature here that you can see. This is really easy. All you're going to go to Google. You're going to find what you want to do, what you want to put on your mirror. My wife loves iMaiden, so I've got this iMaiden album art at the Book of Souls. So right click that, save image, save it on your desktop somewhere, okay, and then let's just drag this over here. I already saved it, so all I'm going to do now is drag it over onto my work area. This is quite simple, actually. It's really simple. Let's just, first of all, we've got our image. We're going to leave that there. Now, the really easy way of doing this and making sure that you get whatever image you want in the middle of your mirror is head up to your circle tool there. Mine's a circle because my mirror is a circle. Okay, so get yourself a circle, go back up to the pointer. Now what we need to do, because I know my circle is 252 mil across, we're going to make that 252. So that is the exact size of my mirror. All I'm going to do is I'm going to get a sacrificial board, pop it on my lathe, on my laser, and just quickly etch this in. All I'm going to do is go up to where we've got line there, speed 100, power 20, ain't got to be nothing special, and all that's going to do is going to mark my board so that I can get my mirror in the exact right place corresponding to where your image is going to be. Once that's done, I'll head back up and I'll just deselect it, because we're not going to need to burn that circle again, or square, or whatever shape that you've got. But for now we'll turn it on so you can see what we're doing. This is an easy part. This is really easy. So grab your image, bring it to the center of your shape. Now if this is smaller, then just select the two, head up to there and just centralize it, and then you can use these tools to make it bigger or smaller, whatever. The really important part of this, guys, and you can't miss this step, there's two steps that you really need to get right. So select your image, right click, head down to adjust image. So yeah, head down to this little tab here and select negative image, and it's going to burn the negative of your image. So what it's going to do is anything that is now white on here, it's going to burn away, leaving all of this still mirror intact. So on the outsides of here, and all this black here is just going to be left alone. It's basically just going to burn away the white stuff. Again, we're on a mirror and we're cutting away, or we're etching away the back of the paint on the mirror. We also need to go up and we'll select that again, head up to here where you've got the mirror tool, and just mirror image. Okay, very easy. And then all we're going to do is we're going to turn that circle off now, because we don't need to etch that again, do we? So let's just recap what we've done. We made a circle or a square, or whatever it is, the size of the mirror, whatever that you are planning to etch onto. We've put that down onto our workplace there. We've burnt it into our sacrificial piece of wood so that we can line our mirror up. We've turned it off now, because we don't need to do that again, do we? We've got our image, we've placed it in the center where we want it, we've right clicked the image, head down to adjust image, we've selected the negative image tab just there, okayed it. Make sure you press OK, guys, because sometimes I forget. And then again, we've gone for the final step, head up to the top here and click mirror. And that is it. That is really simple. What I would suggest is you get yourself a spare mirror so that you can kind of practice this part that's coming up now. So forget our line, let's concentrate on the image. So let's double click that image there. Now we're going to use the Stucky image mode, and what that does is it just fires the laser, and it's called dither simple, but it's Stucky or Stucky, whatever it is, and it's just firing loads and loads of tiny little dots, and that's how it brings up the grading, the shading on your image. One pass, make sure you only put one pass. Don't bother with any of this. Okay, we've got negative image there. I mean, you could have done this in the first place, but it's just a lot easier for me to explain because it gives you an actual image of what you're looking at. Okay, speed wise, so I'm using the 20W AlgoLaser, and I know through tests that I've done on one of these mirrors that I sacrificed that my speed is going to be 75. That's fine, don't really need to go any higher than that, and my max power is 20. Now if you're using a 5-watt laser or a 10-watt laser, you're going to, or even a 40, 60, whatever, you're going to have to possibly sacrifice. Well, I mean, these are only £1.99, these mirrors, so it's worth it really, so you can get that data. My tests show that 20% maximum power is fine, it's more than enough. But so, like I say, whatever laser you've got, just do yourself a couple of test passes on a spare mirror. I mean, that mirror you can just keep and have it just for testing, can't you? Really, because you don't want to waste multiple mirrors. One is fine, but when you start wasting 2 or 3 because you haven't gone down far enough or whatever, then it's going to then start to get expensive. But so as far as my settings, they are mine. That's the 20-watt Algo laser. Okay, and make sure you always hit OK on these, because sometimes I forget. There you go. Let's head over to laser now and see what happens, shall we? Well, how did that turn out? What do you think? Is that cool or what? I did notice that, not there, but just around the tops of these, if I hold it at an angle, the laser was just a little bit too hot. You can't really see it, to be honest. If you look at the back, you can't see it. That's just me. That may be just me. So there's the image. That's really cool. Really cool. I love it. You can do this with any image. So I used the Stooky dithering to get this kind of dot work. See, it's more, it's little dots, but obviously you see the actual detail there. So you're probably wondering why I'm doing this now and not earlier on. Well, I took it into the house and thought it doesn't really stand out as much as I'd want it to. So then I got one of my acrylic pens and just put a little dot, and it, on the practice piece that is, and it worked really well, but I didn't want to waste the whole pen by doing this, so I've got one of these normal acrylics, just painting it on. But you'll see a big difference now. You watch this. Look at that. How better does that look? Let's just sort of get that in. That's loads better, isn't it? And that's the way to go. And you could do this with any colour, to be honest, but yeah, there you go. Love it. And the missus, absolutely, she was in shock. She was like, how'd you do that? And she loves it. Anyway, okay, see you soon.